Last summer, we just added another 50,000 square foot to our warehouse, and that gives us a full 100,000 square feet under roof here at our Deer Park shop. What's really nice about that, it gives us the ability to store 100% of all of our rental equipment indoors, out of the weather, and ready for rent. We also have a lean-to outside, and that gives us further ability as rentals come back in, slower periods of time, sometimes in the summer, some overflow equipment, we can still keep it out of the weather. We have tumbling facilities here at this shop. We can tumble all of our chain. You will never receive a chain hoist, air hoist, come along, any of these things with dirty chain. It's gonna all look brand new right from the factory. Another thing that makes us really unique here at LGH, in contrast to some of our competitors, is we have the unique ability to chain our chain hoists at customized lengths in 5-foot increments. Behind me is our ready rack. This is an area that we stage all of our rentals when they are inspected and ready to go out the door, whether it's going to be something that we deliver with one of our delivery vehicles or a customer comes to pick them up. If they're on this rack, that means that they have been tested, inspected, labeled, and are 100% ready to go. This is our loading dock here at our Deer Park facility. It's 2 bays, and it gives us the ability to accommodate 2 53-foot box trucks for deliveries, consumables, outgoing freight. These couple racks behind me is where we keep a lot of our smaller hydraulics. Rams, pumps, manifolds, hoses, gauges, you name it, we probably have it. This is kind of a combination area for us. We have some of our electric winches, air-powered winches like the Mighty Winch, the manifolds, and on down toward the end, a lot of our skates, Hillman rollers, crazy skates, OT style. We have a huge selection of skates. As you can see, we have a wide variety of beam clamps. We have everything from 1 ton down to 15 ton in this rack. We have many other sizes as well. This is just everything that's on this rack at the moment. In this area is where we keep a lot of our beam clamps. We have everything from 15 ton to 1 ton on this rack. We have other sizes as well from companies like Oz and Tractel. We have a multitude of styles depending on headroom needs, beam size. In this section is where we keep a lot of our trolleys. These are mostly push trolleys. We do have a few geared trolleys down low. Again, they come in a huge range of sizes and different widths to fit different applications, different size beam flanges, etc. Behind us, you'll see these are our hand chain hoists, and we have the ability to custom chain these in 5-foot increments. At a lot of our competitors, they will ask you, do you want a short one or a long one? And then they grab whatever they have to accommodate it, right? So you may find yourself dealing with all this excess chain because you only needed 17 feet and all they had was a 30. Here, we custom chain everything in those 5-foot increments. So for instance, if you need 5 foot of lift and 50 foot of pull chain, we can accommodate that. We understand sometimes the job might be up there and the man operating it might be at ground level. And we do everything we can to accommodate it, to make it right for you. And aside from our hand chain hoists, we also have a large variety of electric hoists and air chain hoists. Our air chain hoists, we go from a 1/2 ton all the way up to 100 ton. Our electrics go all the way up to 10 ton. It's our wide variety of tension and compression load cells from Crosby Straightpoint. We also, through a pretty large investment, have the ability now to calibrate all of our compression load cells in-house, which really speeds things up and is a convenience for our customers. As I mentioned before about our chain hoists and come-alongs and our ability to chain them in custom lengths in 5-foot increments, we also keep a pretty good selection of pre-strung equipment for customers who have an emergency and need things right now. Like this 20 ton right here with 20 foot of lift. It's nothing that I would want to pull on, but we do have it. Here are just a few of our air winches from companies like Sinai, Ingersoll Rand, and others. Smooth drum, groove drum, long drum, short drum. We pretty much have whatever you need for any application you could find in the field. These are just a few of our higher tonnage hand chain hoists that we have in the fleet. 25 ton, 32 ton. It's nothing I'd really want to pull on, but sometimes in the field, we're limited to our power source. It may not be appropriate to use air or electricity, and we have these available for those situations. This is just a few of the selection of airbags that we have, along with controllers and hoses. These actually just came back off rent and just completed our re-rent process where they're ready to go back out in the field. We also carry a very good selection of air skates by Airfloat. In situations where we have very limited headroom, all is not lost. This is where our ultra-low headroom trolley hoists come into play. They really can be a lifesaver in these situations. If you got a big boy job, we got big boy JDN air-driven and chain-driven trolleys. I'm not going to tell you exactly how we make the sausage, but every piece of chained up equipment that comes in off rent is dechained. The chain is put into our tumblers. That's where the magic happens. So every time you rent something from us, your chain on your hoists, air hoists, and come-alongs will come out looking brand new. When it comes to hydraulic power units, we offer gas, diesel, and electric pumps from Hydroslide. One nice thing about being a sales rep at LGH is we're constantly adding new equipment to our fleet. And sometimes that equipment's very expensive, like this 50 and 60 ton JDN air hoist. An often overlooked and very important part of a successful air tool operation is the support equipment. When working in a high humidity environment, it's very important that we take that humidity and moisture out of the air utilizing a filter and making sure that through the use of a volume tank or multiple volume tanks that we can support the manufacturer's recommended CFM for a successful and safe operation. These 400-gallon air tanks, sometimes when running large air hoists or multiple air hoists, we need a high volume of air to ensure proper operation of the hoists. These 400-gallon tanks can be plumbed to run numerous pieces all at the same time. In our heavy industrial environment here in this market in Houston, Texas, a lot of contractors are really starting to get some use out of our Betamax systems. So they utilize them to help assist in building the scaffold. This minimizes in men doing it the old way, passing up the scaffold hand over hand, taking a chance of dropping them. And once the scaffold is complete, these systems can stay in place, and the other contractors, the pipe fitters, welders, the millwrights, electricians, can then utilize the system to take their materials and tools up to each level that they're working. This is a highly mobile system that two men can set up and operate without the use of a forklift or other support equipment. All of these systems can be ran with a multitude of different pumps, whether it's electric, diesel, or gas. Sometimes when I'm designing a rigging package for a customer, we run into an offset CG, or center of gravity. Our jaw-to-jaw, eye-to-eye, and jaw-to-eye turnbuckles in miscellaneous sizes give us the ability to adjust our rigging so that we can pull on the load evenly no matter what the CG. Another awesome product we carry from Hydroslide is this 500-ton hydraulic turntable. It's operated by two double-acting rams that can be ran off the very same pump that we use for the Hydroslide. A lot of our customers integrate this into the slide system for rotating a load 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and then continuing with their slide. It's very handy. It also comes in this 45-degree frame, which is less than 8 foot wide, so it can be transported on any legal load. We all know everything's bigger in Texas, and here in Houston, we have these 150-ton shiv blocks that are new to our fleet. They're great for large tilt wall applications, offshore, and anything where you need to roll something. This pair right here, for instance, are good for 600,000 pounds. We carry a variety of gantry systems. We have porta gantries by Reed, as well as smaller aluminum gantries, and 5, 7.5, and 10-ton in our steel gantries. We offer these both with poly wheels for good hard surfaces. We also have pneumatic tires for working on gravel, PDE roofs, and things of that nature. We also offer, with our inserts, short and long. That gives us the ability, along with the holes being in 6-inch increments, gives us a wide range of options to achieve our height under beam for different headroom applications. You can see behind me as well, there are a few of our beams that we offer for our gantries. They come in a variety of lengths, capped and uncapped. We've recently made a large addition to our fleet, purchasing a multitude. After purchasing a couple of these AH45 22,000-pound winches, sending them out into the field, I sent 2 to Spain for a customer a while back, and the feedback was so great and the demand was so high, we went all in and purchased a good many of these units. They're 22,000-pound capacity. They're rated for man riding. They're extremely quiet. and they have an internal brake system. Very popular winch for height. These winches have proved excellent for high capacity situations and heavy loads. These AH45s have really knocked it out of the park for us in high capacity and heavy load applications. Anytime a customer has the need to pick and then carry a load, sometimes these hydraulic gantries or mini jacks are just the thing needed. They give us the ability to not only lift the load up to 16 feet height under beam, but then traverse the load with whatever length of track the customer requires. These operate off 110 volt AC, which means it can be operated just about anywhere without a special power source, and they're also operated by a pendant control with a safety stop. We have one of the largest inventories of chain anywhere in the United States here at our Houston shop. Another thing we have no shortage of here on the Texas Gulf Coast is oil, gas, and chemical storage tanks, or tank farms. A lot of times when lifting the lids, either for new construction or demo, we utilize these collector rings. This one is 150 ton. It has 16 12-ton shackles on the bottom and two 75-ton wide bodies up top. These are included in the rental. Here at our Houston shop, we have a huge inventory of shackles, from a couple ton up to 700 ton. Alloys, wide bodies, screw pin, bolt type. If you need a shackle, we probably have it. One thing that makes LGH unique here in the Houston area is our selection of Modular spreader bars. What's nice about these bars are they can be configured in different custom lengths, and as the job progresses and you have multiple lifts, we can configure the struts in most cases to work for multiple lifts. So instead of renting multiple bars, you can just rent one with the right struts, and you can change them quickly on the job site to accommodate different lifts without having to rent multiple bars. The one that I'm sitting on right here is the largest in our fleet. It is a Modulift Mod 1000/1200, 1200 metric ton capacity out to a certain span. Obviously it goes down from there the longer the span gets, but this is just an example of our capabilities here in Houston. With such a large selection of spreader bars like we have here at the Houston LGH shop, it really requires a robust selection of top and bottom rigging. This is just a few of our wire rope slings that we have here at LGH. We have everything from a 1/2 inch diameter EIPS wire rope slings up to 4-inch for single strand. We even carry a large selection of 9-part gator laid slings as well. Another very recent and welcome addition to the Houston fleet is hardwood cribbing. This is Ekki wood. It's 4-inch by 1 meter pieces, and anytime you offer the amount of jacking and cribbing equipment like we do, this is a wonderful tool in support of those operations. Not just to gain elevation, but there's a safety aspect to it as well to ensure these loads are secure. Currently, our Ekki wood is offered in a 100-piece crate. This crate comes with the Ekki wood, and it has forklift pockets on the bottom, lifting eyes on the top to be lifted with a crane, and is currently a sale item only. Part of the expansion that we did here in Houston was not only to the shop, we also built this 5,000 square foot lean-to that you see behind me. It gives us the added ability for overflow items, things that are not electrical or mechanically driven, that are just static steel, to be able to store it out of the weather outside. We have a wide variety of man baskets here at LGH Houston. We have 4x4, 4x8, and 4x8 cantilever man baskets. These are all inspected, tested, and certified prior to the rental, and the certs are good for 1 year. If it's going to be on your job site for more than 1 year, give us a little bit of notice, and we will bring you a fresh basket with fresh certs to the job site to exchange it, and that way it'll limit downtime for you. One thing we never run short of here at LGH Houston: skip pans and material baskets. In our skip pans, we carry 4,000 and 6,000 pound varieties, 4 foot by 8 foot. In our material baskets, we have them in 4 foot by 4 foot and 4 foot by 14 foot. This is an optimal length for full-length scaffold poles, eliminating what you see a lot of the times where over-length scaffold poles are hanging out of skip pans. This is definitely the right tool for the job when flying scaffold. In addition to our modular spreader bars, we also carry center pick and multi-hole beams like these behind me. We have them in 50 ton, 100 ton, in lengths of 20 and 40 foot. On the horizon, I hear we're about to get those in a lot of other tonnages and lengths. In addition to our modular spreader bars that operate off compression, we also offer lifting beams, both multi-hole and center pick. This allows for offset CG loads to be lifted level by utilizing the different holes up and down the bar. These are also invaluable in low headroom situations, such as in a shop utilizing an overhead crane. Telescopic bars. Part of being a good turnkey rental company is having the ability to do all of your maintenance in-house. This right here is one of our state-of-the-art EPA compliant paint booths. As a sales rep here in Houston, there's nothing I like more than seeing equipment go out the door for rent. But one thing that really gives me great comfort is our off-hire process. All of our equipment is embedded with RFID technology, and our off-hire techs utilize these tablets and scan guns to identify everything that comes off rent, track it throughout the process, inspect it, make the needed repairs, all in the process of getting things ready to rent again. As much as we like to see equipment go out the door on rent, to me, one of the most important steps in the process is right here, and this is the off-hire rack. And this is where a technician, when equipment comes back in off rent, takes every piece of that equipment, scans it with an RFID embedded chip with a scan gun, identifies that equipment in our system, and then makes any needed repairs or adjustments before that piece of equipment is deemed appropriate to go back out into the field. Well guys, that's a wrap on our tour of the LGH Deer Park facility. We thank you very much for coming along, and we hope it was interesting for you to see our processes and everything that we have to offer. So here in Houston, if you get tired of mashing grapes and you're ready to come make some wine, come see me.